Hey folks, Vic here with your weekly trade video for Friday, March the 12th, 2021. Well, fasten your seatbelts because for today's video, I'm going to share with you a series of videos, 5 of them in fact. I saved them up, like I recorded them from every single day this past week, something I haven't done before, so you can kind of binge watch them. And you'll see a multiple scalp trades that set up on each day. Okay, so this is a longer video than normal, but if you take the time to go through it, you're going to get a pretty clear picture of our trading approach for scalping. And you're going to see a total of 14 trades. Now, the purpose of this video, I just want to illustrate the frequency of these kind of trade setups, if this is a style of trading that you like. Okay, and you're also going to see why our trade management works so well in turning a trade into a risk-free trade fairly quickly, or maybe a break-even trade. Okay. I really hope you like this video, and if you do, please let me know by clicking the thumbs up like button. That would be really appreciated. And subscribe to our channel. Like as you watch the video, there's a subscribe link at the bottom right, and at the end of the video you'll find links to all of our social media. Hey, one more thing. I'm going to be holding a Forex scalping webinar, okay, on March 24th, where I'm going to go over our approach to scalping. I'll give you all the details of what we do. You can register for this webinar by clicking the link in the text below this video or in the email that you received. Okay, I think you'll find it quite intriguing at the very least. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this series of videos and that it's useful in illustrating our scalp trading approach. Hey folks, Vic here, and this is a message I got when I got to my computer this morning. I'm in Vancouver. He's in another part of the world, and this is what he said. By the way, nice euro short, euro US dollar short this Asia morning at 119.23. Take profit 118.81, just above the pivot level. I don't use pivots, but maybe I guess he does. 42 pips banked on a 14 pip risk trade, 3-to-1 rewards risk. Outstanding. What a nice way to start your week off, you know. And this is, like I said, the message that I saw this morning. Perfectly followed our trading plan for scalping. And let me just show you how that works here. We had if you look at our higher time frames, which we always start with, this is a weekly chart in the upper left. This is looking negative candles heading down, breaking below what used to be a good level here. It's just a reference. It's not, it's not critical for scalping, but it's a good reference to have. And on the daily chart, there's nothing positive about this. It's just heading down, okay? And we never had a what we call a bullish rotation here. It never happened. We just had a complex correction. Down it comes. We break this low here. It's just, this is very negative candles. So our bias is to be looking for a short. That's the way that the trade's moving, and that's, this is how you get these really nice, beautiful reward risk trades. So we had a level of, let me just back this up a little bit here and just show you that why we had this level marked right, this middle level right here. Well, it's because it's been actually a reasonable level in the past, but right here is when it pulled back and shot straight up from here. It hasn't been back since. Never made it back. When it did come back, it broke it. That's negative. Okay, so when you go down to your 4-hour chart, you can see that it's just doing the same thing. It's just lower highs and lower lows. We took out all these lows in here. This is very negative, and of course this is a great level on the 4-hour chart too. So it was right here, right back into here. Really good level. I mean, that's where price exploded from. So those kind of things, when that happens, we have an entry technique that we use. And he got short right here at 119.23 and rode this thing down to, this is an opposing level on the daily chart down here. So we always front run a little bit. We don't have to get the very last pip. And that was a trade. He ended up taking a 3-to-1 reward risk trade out of that one, all from nice top-down analysis, and using everything just is letter perfect the way that we teach in our scalping service. So yeah, so if you like a more active trading approach, these trades set up very frequently, and when you're trading like with trends like this is the kind of moves that you can get, and they're pretty nice to see them unfold like this, and really great to see one of our members picking it up like that. Okay, I'm going to show you 4 trades that set up on Tuesday, March the 9th. 2021. That's okay. I keep saying how frequently these trades set up, and I want to prove it to you because I know people, the traders want to trade. They don't want to sit there for too long, even though it's the prudent thing to do, even if you're scalping. But these are 4 scalp trades that set up, the ones that we show in our scalping service. I provide these support resistance levels every day to our members, okay, so they can use the same ones that I'm using. And then we have a little technique for adjusting them a little bit based on what the 4-hour chart is doing. So let me just show you these trades. This first one I'm going to show you is on the Aussie CAD pair, this one right here. If you look at this daily chart, and we always start with a higher time frame, it's trending down. It's making, the highs are getting lower, and it's having these swing breaks going below here, and actually a rotation. So our bias is to look for a sell, okay? And on the 15-minute chart, this is the one that we use. Once it breaks down and takes out all these lows down here, this becomes a level of interest in here, okay? So this was our sell rate in here at 97.22. It's needed a stop loss of just 12 pips. And one of our rules is that when we get up an amount equal to our initial risk, I tell everybody, take a profit. Take a profit on half your position, and then you cannot lose on the trade. You can even keep a little bit of risk in it still if you want, just above this high, but make sure that you can't lose on it. And this made 12 pips easily, came back up, and you're going to stopped out. But you know what? A profitable trade. You never know. Like you got to put these trades on, and whatever happens after that is not in your hands. But we're trading with the trend, which is why we can get some really, really nice moves with this kind of trading approach. Let's look at another one. Euro pound, big downtrend on this pair. Where is it? Right here. Yeah, look at it. This is the weekly chart over on the left here, upper left, straight down. Upper right, daily chart. Is that a downtrend or an uptrend? Well, I think it's a downtrend, right? 4-hour chart. Look at it on the lower left. Lower highs, lower lows, heading down. So we want to be a seller. And on the 15-minute chart, the level that we ended up adjusting to was this level right here. No kidding. I mean, I know it looks like we're cherry picking this. I went over all of these trades in a flash webinar today with our Coach's Corner Scalp members. And we went over them thoroughly in detail so that we all on the same page. This is a very logical level right here, 85.75, sorry, and this needed a stop of just 11 pips on it, and and it made it. When it hit here, it went down, no problem getting your profit out of that one. It bounced around a bit. You want to try and hold these, right, for a bigger move, and then it comes all the way back up. And unless there's another reason to get out of it, but in this case there wasn't. Back up, stopped out, and yeah, it's all right. Another profitable trade. Nothing big, but you know what? This trade management is like huge. You got to look after your trades. Euro yen. Is this an uptrend or a downtrend? If you can just learn how to say that's an uptrend, not a downtrend, you're a long ways there. Even the weekly chart that's an uptrend. Okay, so the bias is to buy. On our entry time frame, oops, sorry about that. On our entry time frame, we have a good level that was decided on right here, 129.28. Look what happened. So price goes up. We don't want to sell because our bias is long. It goes up, comes back down. Here's where the trade gets filled. It never stopped us out. It goes up. This trade needed a risk of, I just got to get that out here. I think it was 11 pips, 12 pips, and it went up more than 12 pips to here to get, whoops, sorry about that, beeper's going off, to get a profit on half your position. And then it came down, stopped out, goes down, goes up, comes back down. We never know what's going to happen, right? One more for you here. Let's go to the, what was it here? It was the pound CAD, Jeeps. Actually, I'm going to show you two more. I got to show you two more. These are all in the same day, keep in mind, right? I mean, I hope you can see the value in this. So this one here on the British pound, pardon me, this is the pound Swiss. Oh no, sorry about it. I got the wrong one. I wanted to show you the pound CAD. We'll just go to this one more. And I actually went through the pound Swissy in detail with their members in our flash webinar today, but we don't need to get, I think you're going to get the idea. There's lots of trades. This British pound Canadian dollar pair is doing the same thing. It's making lower highs. You see that? It goes down, up, down, up, down, up. And we're looking, right down here is a level that we're going to get a bit concerned about, because generally speaking, maybe it's pulling back in the context of a bigger uptrend, but for now it's heading down. Look at the 4-hour chart, the bottom left. See the waves are lower highs and lower lows. So if you go to our 15-minute chart, our adjusted entry level was right here. Seriously, to the pip, which is pretty fortunate. That doesn't happen all the time, of course. But you know what? 175.90. It needed a stop of 16 pips, and here's the move down. And this dotted line here is the rollover. That's from the transition from one day into the next. And the spreads can really widen and get wild in here. So even just taking some profit into here is another 35 pips before the rollover happened. You know, it's up to you. You could hold it because it is in the context of a bigger. It's moving down to a lower level probably. But if you want to get out before rollover, no problem. There's another 35 pips in that. So there you go. So yeah, there's just a few trades that set up on Tuesday. There was actually more, a couple of them here. I think I showed you what I show you. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. So hope that helps you guys, and I will return with another video with more trades for you. All right, thanks so much. Okay, let's look at trades that set up on Wednesday, March the 10th, 2021, and these are scalp trades. And just as we teach in our scalping service, this is the euro pound, euro British pound. Downtrend on the daily. I mean, I guess I don't think anybody can deny this is a downtrend on the weekly and the daily and the 4-hour. So we're looking to sell. Our adjusted sell level on this, and again, I'm showing you these trades to illustrate the frequency of them and how effective they are when we trade this way. So this one had a sell right up here. This is our adjusted sell level here. They had a sell at 85.73. It needed an 11 pip stop. No problem, it never got hit, which is way up here somewhere. And down it comes. We've already made plus 11 on half the position, as I recommend to do, and it's still a hold. It may go down further, who knows, but at this point, it's a totally risk-free trade. Let's go look at the New Zealand CAD. This was a discussion. This was an Asian session trade, early Asia. Had a text from one of our members asking about this trade, and I said, well, you know, we have a very good level here on our daily chart, and this is a downtrend. Okay, just back this up a little bit. This is a downtrend. I want to be a seller. The 4-hour chart, that's a downtrend. I want to be a seller for now. If things change, listen, you know, we're always flexible, but we need to be mostly staying with the trend and the higher time frames. We are at daily support and weekly support. We know that. We're being careful about that. But on the other hand, nothing's proven yet. So if we get a sell setup, we'll take it. Well, we had one, and the adjusted sell level was right here. Actually, the fellow was asking about this level, and I said no, I would adjust this up to here based on the 4-hour chart and getting a better price. So this was the sell. It needed at 9067. It needed a stop of 12 pips, and it got 12 pips right away. The rest of it's trade management. So it bounced back up and came back down, then it went up, and you're definitely going to be out of this trade at this point in here. But another definitely a winning trade on this one. And finally, the really nice one that set up was on the British pound US dollar pair. And you know, look at this. Is that an uptrend or a downtrend on the weekly? It's a big uptrend, and we're at weekly support too, by the way. Uptrend on the daily, pulling back. You got to be careful. Like a lot of people go, well, it's in a downtrend. No, it's still an uptrend based on the advanced market flow. We have not pulled back yet, or probably not rotated to the downside yet. It's still an uptrend. So, and then a bullish candle yesterday, like on Tuesday. So coming into today, we have that bias long. And so based on our weekly and our daily chart, so we come down and come into this level here on the daily chart. We have an adjusted level on the 4-hour chart that brings it down to right here. This is an absolutely perfect setup. This was just before the London Open, and well, probably a couple hours before the London Open, late Asia. So it comes down, no news or anything. It just comes down to this great level right here. The buy was at 138.51, needed a stop loss of 17 pips. Didn't even come close to it, and away it went. And we had a couple of members take this trade, which is awesome to see. The stop never got hit here, and this they held it right up into here. And the take profit on this, because we always front run our take profit. By the way, this is a daily level. That's why I've got it marked here. We always front run our take profit a little bit. And in this case, it's an easy 75 pips on the second half, 17 pips on the first half. It's average. It's average with that. When you average it out, it's like over a 2.6 to 1 reward risk. If you did an all or nothing, like you took, because some people just prefer to not average out, just leave it. You got over a 4.3 to 1 reward risk trade on that one. So pretty sweet. Anyway, there's 3 trades just from Wednesday, March the 10th. And again, it just shows you how often these trades set up. Thanks so much. All right, folks, I'm going to show you more scalp trades that set up. I'll show you 3 good trades that set up for Thursday, March the 11th, 2021. And again, just to show how frequently these set up and lots of opportunities. So the first one's on the Aussie CAD. And if you look at this pair, this is the number one thing we have to do is determine which way do we want to trade, because trading in alignment with the higher time frames is preferable. Not that you can't take counter trend trades, but you'll get the best moves when you get trading with the trend. Okay, and the weekly chart on the upper left here is just for reference. You notice that we closed higher than this, higher than we came lower. We broke below this low, so that's kind of a negative sign, a possibility of a turnaround. But certainly, when it breaks this, you start thinking a bit negative, especially this big red candle. On the daily chart, well, that's pretty obvious. When we go down and up and down, this is a downtrend. Okay, so our bias is to the downside, and on the 4-hour chart, the same thing in the lower left here is heading down and rallying back up. This may be turning right now. It's a bit hard to see. There are some signs that it could be turning. But in any event, we have an adjusted level on our entry time frame to sell right here at 97.90. We went over this trade today in our chat room, and this was a late Asia. It was about like an hour before London opens, something like that. 97.90. Needed a stop loss of 13 pips was all, and this is the move down. So far, it's been a very good move down. Where it stopped has been around this level of. You can see it on the 4-hour chart, and you can use this for taking profits, by the way. But you see this little support, how price went up and came down and up. These levels like this are usually pretty good places for taking profits. And you can, trade management's more of an individual thing, but we have some protocols that we use that work really well. And that's just at around the 97.55 level. So there's a 35 pip move down from a 13 pip risk. So pretty nice. On the Euro Swissy, if that's not an uptrend, I don't know what is. Heading straight up. He's got these little pullbacks in here, but that's what markets do. They go up and come down and go up and come down. So we're thinking about a buy on this. And in this case here, this 107.66, which is this middle line in here, was a very good level. Pardon me, 110.76 is what it is. 110.76. It's a very good level from back in the past, where we watch all these levels because price hasn't been here for a long time, and we want to know, hey, if price gets up into this level, how are we going to trade? And I'll just quickly go up and just show you this why I had that level marked, and I provide these levels every day for our members. So 107, 110.76 is right here. You see this level here, like it had a very it hit this level and bounced up, and it stayed up for quite a long time, and it came down and retested it and held there for a while and finally broke below, and it actually even retested it again on, I don't know if you can see on this red candle, this wick at the top. So it's just a level that, if we can get a trade around that level in alignment with our bias, that's what we'll do. So on the 4-hour, probably the 15-minute chart, this was it right here. And this was a it was a level that we went up and we broke all these highs in here, so it makes it a good probability to buy at this level again This was at, like I say, 110.76, call it 77 with a bit of a front run. Needed an 11 pip risk. Never got stopped out on this big spike down. Never stopped you out, but it did go up 11 pips, which is our first take profit. We always take a profit when the profit is equal to our initial risk. When I say always, it's what I recommend, especially for people starting. You could just, there's different ways to manage it, but you could leave it and try to go for the next daily level up, which is just fine, but just get the risk out of the trade. Okay. What else we got here? There was another profitable trade, but not very much. Let me see here. Euro, US dollar. No, this is one that several of the members took here today, and they took this one long. And when you look at this, you go, well, this is a downtrend on the weekly, and it's a downtrend on the daily, and that's correct. It is. But however, these don't go down forever. This level down here, okay, this level right here is a daily and a weekly level. We're at weekly support, we're at daily support. And this candle action, you can see big positive candles going on here. And on the 4-hour chart, we're starting to make higher waves in here. It goes up and then down and breaks and closes above this high. That's significant at this level right here. Okay, this is from our daily chart. So on our entry time frame, this becomes a buying opportunity right in here at 119.23, call it 24, and nice move up. This is the next. This level here. Why would you want to take profit there? Because this is all hindsight now that it's going higher. You have to, in real time. Why would you take a profit there? Because that is this level right here. That's a pretty good level. Right, this caused a big, huge reaction, and so that's a good place to take a profit. Now, what's happening now is a different story. Now we're starting to break higher than that even. But anyway, that needed a 13 pip risk, and this first take profit up here was, I think it was 36 pips, something like that. So nice trade there as well. Some of our other members got a really good trade on the Swiss yen today too. I didn't quite make my level, and the reason different platforms can give you slightly different price levels. Usually they're not by much, but sometimes it'll end up you could just miss a fill by in the spread, like right here. And what they did is they bought this breakout and rode it up, and what a nice trade that was. So, but again, it's not one I would have been able to get because my price didn't come down far enough into the level that I had marked. But this is what I like about it, is that members can when they start to get more and more experience at this, they're seeing these trades for themselves and getting them. That's the best thing of all. All right, so there you go. That was on all those trades were on Thursday, March the 11th, 2021. Okay, folks. So to cap off the trading for this week, I'll just show you 3 more trades that set up today, Friday, March the 12th. As I'm recording this. We're getting sort of on in the, we're getting about an hour away from the London close, something like that. In any event, the first one I had was the Aussie US dollar. I actually have to admit that I think I might have had some flaws in my analysis on this one. I was looking for a long trade because we were at weekly support, and that was about it. We'd started to move up on our 4-hour chart, but we had not had a bullish rotation, which is a much stronger signal. And we have this bearish rotation on the daily chart, which gets us thinking short. But in any event, we came up and hit this level of resistance over here, which was a really good coincidental level on our 4-hour chart. And this was the sell, like on the 15-minute chart. It was actually right here, and one of our members took this actually and got some good pips out of that one. I was actually looking for a buy on it because of being at this weekly support, and we had a swing break on the 4-hour, but that's not as powerful as a rotation. So I had mentioned when I post our levels every day for our members, I had mentioned to look for a buy down around in here at the support level, and that was. And some members took this trade right here. This trade, because we have very strict trade management rules. You hear me say it all the time, how important trade management is. It's everything. And this ended up to be a break-even trade. Okay, just the way that we handle our trade management. And good thing, because it finally went down, would have stopped you out for a full loss, and up and down and up, and now it's coming down again. It's just Friday, right? Who knows what's going to happen? So break even trade on that one. We had the euro yen. Now this is another member took this trade, and this is a daily. And I'll just show you here the what happened. We had a daily and 4-hour level right in here, and he bought it right down here at this 129.85ish level. It's been up over 30 pips, right? And just needed a risk of just 11 pips. So there's another really nice little trade on a Friday. I haven't talked to him, so I don't know if he's still in the trade or if he took profit or what. But I just want to show you the setup, and again how frequently these trades set up. He also took this trade on the New Zealand yen. We had actually tried to get in on this trade the prior day, but it missed our fill. And again, we had this nice coincidental neckline between our daily and 4-hour chart. We tried to get in here yesterday. We missed it. You see, it didn't come down to where we wanted, and he took it today because this pair is still in a, like if you look at the weekly chart, it's trending up. The daily chart is trending up. Yeah, we had a pullback here, but it's trending up still. And so he bought right down here. He got in right at the bottom of this thing here. Sometimes that just happens, which is pretty nice. But and it had a really nice move up. This is another trade that just needed a stop of only 11 pips. So definitely another profitable trade, as was the euro yen we just saw. Yeah, that's pretty much the, let me just see, I think that was the 3 trades from today. So there you go. Hope that's helpful, and just seeing, how we get into these trades. We use support resistance is everything for us. So we identify trend, then we identify, okay, we know what the trend is, where would we like to get in? We base it all on levels of support resistance. We don't use any indicators, nothing, just raw price action, and that works really well. Okay, have a great weekend, everybody. I'll cap it at that. Well, thanks so much for taking the time to watch all those videos. I hope that they were helpful in showing you just how many trades do set up each day, and how we do it. That doesn't mean there's always going to be a trade every day, but I mean, I haven't seen it yet, but it's really rare that there isn't a trade at some point during the trading day. Again, I'm going to be conducting a webinar on Wednesday, March the 24th, right? It'll be at 3 p.m. Eastern time, and you can register for it in the link that's in the text below this video or in the email that you received. And here's the thing. If you want to join the service now, we will honor any discounts that might be offered at the webinar. So don't worry about missing out on that, okay? And we'll just apply your payment towards the webinar special. So thanks again for watching. Be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel. That'd be awesome, and we'll see you next week. All right, take care, everybody. Have a great weekend.